In this chapter, we'll allow the user to move and place holograms. We'll determine if a hologram can fit on a real-world surface, and we'll use feedback so that we can tell the user if a surface is valid. Let's go to spatial processing, and we're going to set our draw planes to nothing and then change it to walls so that only our walls will be rendered. Because when you saw it before, we had a huge blue floor and we don't need that. Now let's go down to the scripts folder and locate placeable. Now this script is already on all of the placeable objects in our scene, including our posters and our projection box. But we need to update it. So go to the website and copy in the code for placeable.cs and replace it with the code here. And then go ahead and save all. And what placeable.cs does is a lot of different things. First, it decides if your object has an affinity to any certain surface. Say, if it's the projection box, then it wants to lay flat on horizontal surfaces. And if it's a poster, then it's going to want to lay flat against walls. So we're going to help determine that, and that will later decide what rotation we apply to those objects during placement mode. Now, we are also going to toggle whether or not we're in placement mode. And during placement mode, we can show the surface mesh. We can also render a box around our object. And for ours, we're just going to be using a transparent cube. While we're placing the object, we're going to be doing multiple ray casts. So we're going to ray cast out from each corner of the object and also from the center of it. So we can help determine where that center of gravity is. And if the majority of the object is not on a solid surface, then we're going to tell the user that they cannot place that object. We're not going to let them set it down. And we will give the feedback in the form of color. So we're going to cast a shadow underneath the object if it's on the floor, or behind the object if it's going to be on the wall. And we'll color that shadow either red or green. Red if it cannot be placed, and green if it can. That's all this script does. We can go ahead and go back to Unity and press the build settings option, and let's build to our app folder again and try this out in Unity. So while we're deploying, in order to move a hologram around, you're going to first gaze at the hologram. So gaze at the projection box with the solar system, and then you're going to tap that object using the air tap gesture. You'll then move your head to look around, and the hologram should move with you. Now that we have the ability to move our holograms, our science fair booth is nearly complete. There's just one thing left to do, and that is to add occlusion to our project.